Good morning, everyone. Hello. Mic testing. Hello. Mic testing. Hello. Mic. Mic is not working. Okay. You're seeing. Hello. Hello. Come. Volume come. Good morning, everyone. Yes, may I have your attention, please? Stop talking now. Good. So, like we discussed last time, that today we are going to start with Unit 4. Okay, anybody? Do you remember? What are we going to discuss in Unit 4? IT and strategic advantage. Role of IT in, yes? Please wake up. Role of IT in gaining competitive advantages by organizations. What is IT? We have discussed it earlier as well. Yes? See, let it be an interactive session. Rather than a one-way communication, I think it should be two-way. Quickly, what is IT? Information technology, right? What is information technology? Quickly. All of you are already aware, we have discussed it. Yes? Yes, quickly. Information plus technology. Information technology comprises of these two words. We have discussed in depth. Anybody, quickly. Then we are going to start. See, we cannot start with this unit until and unless you are not clear what information technology is. Yes. So you need to know basic keywords before we move on with this topic. Quickly. Anybody? Quickly. See, that's not really fair that you are not responding at all. Are you using information technology? You all are using. What technology you are using? Tell me, give an example. Software, hardware, network. Are you all using smartphones? Applications, yes. Services, web services, yes. Very good. So you have a fair idea of what information technology is, right? Now, today we are going to discuss the role of IT in gaining competitive advantage, role of internet and emerging technologies, impact of IT on decision making, IT enabled services, virtual organizations, web enabled computing as a strategic tool, outsourcing as a strategic alternative, Porter's model, international information system, interorganizational information system. Okay, so importance of IT for competitive advantage. We have discussed similar examples earlier. Anybody would like to cite one? Imagine you are the owner of, say, an online store. right? So, do you think is there anybody who is who is an influencer, who is owning some Insta page or is doing some business? Anybody here? Nobody? You? Yes? Yes, tell me. It's okay. Digital artwork. Okay. Can you just come out? Can you just come out? This is really interesting that you are doing. So let's start with the case study because I can see many of you are still not in a mood to study. So let's not directly jump to the slides. Let's connect it to some real world case studies. So let's one of your classmates. What's your good name?
Huda.
Huda. Oh, okay. So Huda is here with us. She has always been very active in class, and now she is going to tell us about her venture. Yes, Huda.
So like I said, it's not something that I do as a full-time work, but I offer my digital art services to people who need any kind of creative support with their organization or for their personal um, birthday gifts or things like that.
So, what exactly, can you just give us more details? What
Yeah,
exactly
for
do you do?
example,
And do you think you have competitors? You might have identified certain competitors also, right?
yeah. So the thing is that in the industry that I am in, the art industry, we don't see competitors as a competition, but
Okay.
we see them as supportive artists. So it's like a community that we have. So there is no competition as we want to take somebody down like that. There is no
No,
idea of that.
competition is not putting anybody down. Competition is just excelling yourself, right? So, don't take it in a negative sense.
Right. I'll give you an example. So for example, you have a birthday coming up for your kid and you want to get a digital birthday card design and you want to get an invitation card design. So you can approach somebody like me or somebody else who would do that for you. So that is the kind of service that I offer.
So, why did you start this? So, did you start this to do some social work? No?
I've always been an artist. It's just what I do.
So you don't want you don't want name and fame, and you don't want any the venture you have started to really flourish and rise, and you don't have any such vision that in future you see like 10 years down the line you see that you're excelling in the field and you're doing a wonderful job. Do you think just you will be able to really do well in it without having any competitive edge over your competitors, or you think that just having a good comfortable, you're very good in your field, I agree, but that is all you want? You never want yourself or your venture to see flourishing and being in the topmost, you know topmost firms who are doing these things?
Okay, so
Come on, you're doing
it's a
MBA,
bit,
you have to
yes,
think from that perspective as well.
right. So like I said, this is not my profession. This is something that I do on the
That's
side.
okay.
But yeah, that's true. Like
So
somewhere
just
down the
imagine
line
that
after,
is your only profession. So
okay,
just assume it that way, that you are not doing anything else. That's the only profession that you have picked up.
right. So if it were the only thing that I was doing, then I would definitely want to gain more clients. So I would put in funds into uh, really
Don't fall.
okay. So I would put in funds into you know uh, advertising my services and promoting basically.
Advertising. So pay attention. One, advertising. Second, promoting.
Yeah.
Yes.
What else? But I would definitely want a competitive. If it were the only thing that I'm doing and the only thing that I'm invested in, then definitely my focus would be on how to gain more clients and how to gain more promising clients who would come back to me after my services, who would purchase back after one. Yeah,
Right.
that's it.
So my point is, do you agree that there are many people in the field who are doing at par with you, maybe better than you
Yeah,
as well?
definitely. Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely. Yeah.
So now the question is that she agrees that there are many people who may be at par with her skills, and there may be people who are doing really better than her. Then how is she going to get competitive advantage using IT? That is what we are going to discuss now. So she herself mentioned advertising and promoting her business. Do you think that she can do it without the use of IT? She can come to the class and tell you all, okay, this is my venture. You all can, tell it to everybody. That is one way of publicizing, mouth publicity. But do you think she's really going to get that edge without the role of IT in it? Do you think? What's your opinion on that?
Actually, the thing is that my entire thing is online, so I'm already using
Exactly.
a fair amount of information technology in the thing that I'm doing. But definitely, if I want to expand, I would need to incorporate more elements of information technology in it. So it is not possible without IT in this era.
Right. So already she is using, even many people have, everybody is these days they are creating their own websites, they're creating their Instagram page, Facebook page, they are just, doing everything online. They just know how to just start, how to use IT and how to start their venture online. That's it. But do you think it is all? Do you think just creating a web page or an Instagram page and just showcasing your work there is going to give you an edge or advantage over other competitors that are there in the market? So just like Huda said, she's already using information technology by having an online website for that, right? Or an online page, whatever you have. So just doing that is enough. You can have a seat.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Huda. So let's just start from here. Do you think that she can, yes, that's, you can thank information technology that it is giving an opportunity to everybody who is aspiring to be an entrepreneur and who want to showcase their skills. And maybe like Huda is doing it as a side business. So who all want to follow their passion, maybe they're in some other field accidentally, or maybe they realize that they wanted to do something else and they're into something else. So if they want to do something, right, they're using information technology. But now, what if they want to excel in that field? Like Huda said, she would need to promote and publicize it, right? So do you think again IT is going to play its role here? Very basic thing. We're just taking case study, Huda's case study in this class. We're starting it with Huda's case study, right? So what is she going to do then? Yes, quickly. Hmm? How do you use IT to promote? This is such a simple example, such a simple case study that we are going to use today. We are starting with a very simple basic case study. Quickly. Ads, right? Right. Good. Yes. Storage on cloud. So, okay, so well, you don't need to always use cloud storage. So, like now, he has introduced this word cloud. So, we discussed, if you remember, we discussed about cloud computing in the last class. How many of you remember that? Please raise your hands. So, what is a cloud? Storing on a cloud. Do you think it's the same cloud? No, that's going to rain now. Of course not. So, cloud, storing on a cloud, like he has mentioned. So, those who were not there in the last class, I'll just quickly recapitulate the concept. So, have you heard of AWS, Amazon Web Services? That's the perfect example, and I would say a perfect example of cloud. So, what happens? How cloud gives competitive advantage to the firms, that cloud computing, or basically if you are operating or storing your data on cloud, then it gives you a lot of benefits. For example, if Huda wants to deploy her business throughout across the globe, right, she wants to get real time information quickly and she doesn't want to get into hassle of maintaining all the storage space, server space and all the databases herself. She doesn't want to get into that. if she is going to, buy some space, if she is going to own some space on cloud herself and she's going to maintain it, so that is going to add on to added hassle for her. So rather than doing that, what you can do is you can rent out a space. It is similar, like if you are going to, if suppose you have to go to Chandigarh for, for some meeting once a month. So you are going to buy a flat there, that you go there once a month. Where will you stay? Is it really wise to go there and buy a flat because, you need to stay somewhere? Or even you, if you go on weekends also, will you buy a flat there? Or you would prefer to rent out, or maybe you would prefer to book a room in a hotel? That is more viable option rather than buying a flat, maintaining the flat, added overheads you take. That is not really wise. So what if you want somebody else to take that headache for you? What if you want somebody else to give you some space where you can do where you can store your data, where you can get all the processing capabilities, right? Where whenever required, you can increase or decrease the space that is required by you. You can retrieve real-time information from that, and it is secure and safe. You don't have to worry about the security, safety, backup, recovery, and all those issues, consistency. You're not worried about that because you're not maintaining that. You're just getting the services. So this is what is the role of AWS, Amazon Web Services in cloud. So cloud, you can just imagine that it's, you cannot see that cloud. That's why, the names are always very thoughtfully kept. So cloud computing, there you get a space virtually. You can rent out some space where you can do all the processing capabilities, all the storage space that you get. And suppose Huda feels like that now I just want to shut my business, maybe because of any reason. She decides she wants to be a monk and wants to meditate in Himalayas. Now enough of the business thing, right? Then she can simply withdraw. This is as simple as just not continuing with that thing. So it gives you a lot of flexibility. Cloud computing is giving you a lot of flexibility. So AWS is gaining a lot of popularity because of this thing only. It is giving you web services, Amazon Web Services. It is giving you wonderful services without you getting hassled about how is it going to be maintained. So you can focus more on your work rather than focusing on how it is getting done, how all the data is going to be stored, how it is going to be, how the consistency will be maintained, how security is. You're not getting into all those stuff. You're just renting out a space, doing your work. That's it. And if you want to, it's highly scalable. Like if you want to expand your business, you want more space, you can anytime go for that. If you want to just shut it down, you can anytime get out of it. As simple as that, right? So you introduced one term and we have discussed in depth. Is it clear to you? You should know these basic terms. And these days, Internet of Things is in picture. Do you have any idea? So before we start, I think we should just discuss about these key terms: IoT, AIoT, AI, augmented reality, virtual reality. Are you aware of these terms? Great. So now tell me. So have you seen these days, everybody, I think most of you must be using FASTag. So do you think it has really given you a lot of ease? Earlier, there used to be a lot of queue because all those exchange of money, change nahi hai kisi ke paas, and all those stuff that used to happen, and there used to be long queues, very long queues. So then came the technology RFID. Then came the technology here RFID, or that your FASTag is using. So now what happens? Have you ever wondered, or have you ever thought upon What magic happens? You put a fast tag on your car, then how is it working? Scan hota hai, right? So what is the technology called as? RFID. What's the full form? Very good. Radio frequency identification. So there it has two types. It can be active and passive. So your fast tag is passive. Passive technology. What happens in passive technology? Like it is not your FASTag is not continuously using some battery. No, it is not continuously giving out some radio frequencies or so. But the minute it comes in front of an active entity that can send some rays that can just activate that FASTag, and it can read the information from that, and it can do some processing. What is the processing? That the amount that is there, that is being deducted from your account automatically. So this thing that is done, this all technology is your RFID. Now Amazon is also using for its in its supply chain management. So we are going to see the case study, how we have completed SCM, but we have to do that case study of Amazon. We are going to do that today if time permits. So you must, when I'll show you that documentary, you must be aware of the key terms that are there, RFID. So you must be aware what RFID is, right? So what's the advantage quickly? One, it has accelerated and automated also. No need of manual interference. Saves time, yes. Accuracy. No scope of any sort of deceit or so. Sometimes deceit कैसे हो जाता था? देश से हमारे पास तो चेंज ही नहीं है. 40 का अगर टैग है 100 दिया, चेंज ही नहीं. अब क्या वहाँ खड़े रहोगे चेंज के लिए? You had to leave. So overall, if we see, there are a lot of advantages of, again, when this technology came into picture. Then have you seen this thing? We are going to talk about virtual reality and augmented reality. Again, very important. So see, you need not get into the depth of the implementation of these things, like how RFID is actually getting implemented. That computer science students will take care of. So, but you need to understand the applicative side of the technology. So your focus should be on the applicative side. Okay. So if I talk about now augmented reality. So have you seen now these days these shopping websites, e-commerce websites basically. So especially I've seen this on Urban Clap, that if you want to buy a furniture, any piece of furniture, and you're not sure how is it going to look in your home. So what you can do there is, you just take your smartphone, you just angle it to the place where you want that piece of furniture to be, and you can visualize that particular piece of furniture in that place. Have you all seen that? Have you all tried that? Augmented reality, yes, this is an example of augmented reality, and if you haven't yet tried, please try it. It's wonderful. So suppose if I say I don't like this piece of furniture here kept on this stage, and I want that how if I buy another piece of furniture for the stage, then what can I do? I can simply use my phone like this, and I can just see. I can just select the piece of furniture. I can just use it, and I can just see that how that furniture is going to look in this area. So that, what is it doing actually? So it is augmenting the virtual reality in the actual physical place here. It is overlaying that. So in augmented reality, it is 75% reality and 25% virtual. I repeat, augmented reality is 75% reality and 25% virtual. So if I am pointing my phone to stage, so all this setup is real. But what is virtual in that? That piece of furniture which I am trying to fit in here. So it is going to give us that view that how that piece of furniture is going to look in this place. So we have this augmentation of both physical world here, the real world, and the virtual world here. So this is called as augmented reality. How is it different from virtual reality? In virtual reality, we have 75% of your world is virtual. 25% reality is there. So, what is virtual reality? Have you ever gone to? There are certain places like I've seen it's there in Adventure Island as well in Rohini, where and there I think there must be many places. You have to wear those virtual reality glasses, right? And you get a view, you get a feel, and then there are certain things that are coming, like if you are watching a movie, then to give you real time experience, but that's virtual. You get some showers, some sprinklers that charge some water, and then you get certain, if that is just to match your seats are going to rock and roll here and there, so you just get that's a virtual word, but you get a real life experience there, right? So, what are the applications of virtual reality? One is gaming, everybody knows in the entertainment industry, virtual reality that is there. In healthcare, also, it is playing an important role. Do you know? In healthcare industry, also, it is playing an important role. Virtual reality. Suppose maybe a person is going through some psychiatric treatment, or maybe a person is under depression, so that person can be healed using therapeutic experience of virtual reality. So there are several applications of virtual reality as well in today's world. Okay, and now you have to think that how it can give you an advantage in any discipline. Just quickly come up with it. Maybe if you own a company, and if you want augmented reality का हमें समझ आ गया, right? Now virtual reality, how you can use two examples I have already given you: entertainment industry, second is healthcare, third, can you give me one example? Yes, wonderful. But that you can anytime show using augmented reality as well. Say suppose I want to construct a building, so again I can just use augmented reality to see how that building, or maybe a particular tower in a place, how it is going to look like. So I can use augmented reality to give the details of that tower. So there augmented reality is going to suit more in that case. Like you are constructing something, then in that case augmented reality suits more. Think of an example. How? How you can feel a space, I mean a building. Yes, you can use, though again that can be served very easily because we have augmented reality glasses as well. It's not that you can get that experience. Virtual reality is when you get some real time experiences. It's more related to that, where all your senses are involved. Like I told you, your seats are rocking and rolling. You're getting some sprinkles of water, and there are certain from beneath under your chair there are some sort of they're tickling, and those things are doing. So virtual reality is more of a real time experience. Anyway, we'll come to that later, and I request you please not to talk, and if you're not interested in the class, please leave the class. So please be quiet. Okay, so augmented reality and virtual reality, are these terms clear to you, or you have a fair idea of these terms? Yes. Okay, then IoT and AIoT, or maybe I can say AI. Yes, IoT. Have you heard Internet of Things? What is Internet of Things? So in IoT, we have four main components. IoT says that all the components can be everything is connected to a network, right? IoT says Internet of Things, everything is connected to a network. We have sensors, we have some connectivity, we have data processing capabilities, and we have user interfaces. So these are the four components of IoT. Okay, I repeat, we have sensors, we have connectivity, we have data interfaces, we have some processing capabilities. You know, IoT is now being successfully implemented in agriculture. How? So for certain crops, we need to maintain certain moisture. So we can have several sensors in that plane. We can have several sensors in the soil. One is reading the moisture of the soil. One sensor maybe just capturing the weather and weather conditions. Other sensors maybe capturing the nitrogen level and all those the right amount of these minerals and things that are actually ideal for any crop to grow. Say suppose if nitrogen is more, potassium is more, or some sodium is more in the soil, I don't know the technicalities honestly, but if there is an imbalance, that can be instantly reported, right? If there are more weeds in the crop, so you need not be always there to see your crop, but you can just have a whole huge good setup of sensors connected by a network that are able to process the information real time, that can put that real time information on the cloud, and from that cloud you get the notification. You're anywhere in the country, you get a notification that what's happening in your farmhouse, and you can anytime use your device to increase or decrease the intensity. Like if the moisture is more, you are going to change the control of water flow. That if water was flowing at this particular speed, you will reduce the speed of the water flow so that the moisture level decreases in the soil. You water your fields, no? All of you know this is the basics. You have to water the fields, but overwatering can also be hazardous for your crop. So if you want to maintain overwatering now, underwatering now, if you want to maintain the moisture level in the soil, then you can detect it via the sensors that are connected in the network. You can upload the information real time on the cloud of the moisture, and then you can receive a notification from there. You can just, because all those devices are connected to your smart device, so you can use a smart device to control the gadgets to control the devices that are deployed there on your field. In your home also you can do that, like uh, fan, lights, geysers, everything. You can just connect everything. Like I am using it, my lights, my all the devices I can operate. I can just use my phone and I can switch on my light at home. So I have everything connected to my phone. I have an Alexa enabled thing. So how am I doing? I'm here. How I can just do everything that's happening at my home, how I can switch on my light at home, how I can just switch off the Wi-Fi and do all those things, how I can switch on the TV from my home, from here, how I can do that, because all of those are connected together via some network. All those physical objects are connected via some network. Those are the sensors that are there. But what is AIoT now? Artificial intelligence of things. Now A has IoT के आगे A भी आ गया. Artificial. Everything. Yes, very good. That's now the things are still connected via network, but they're artificial intelligence enabled now. How? Like I am saying that I can just switch on my light from my phone right now. So it's off right now. I can switch it on, and I have also I did a setting that it automatically gets on at 7 p.m. and it gets off at 5 a.m. So that's the setting I have done. This is IoT. But what I want, my light should be smart enough that the minute I enter home, it automatically switches on. I can switch on my AC from here, but my AC should be smart enough that the minute anybody enters the room, or my AC should sense that now there are more people in a room. If there's a party going on, so I should do the settings. It should automatically, smartly change the settings. Maybe by default, if my AC temperature is at 24, I forgot. There are so many guests now. Suddenly, I got busy with them and I forgot that I need to reduce the temperature. But if I have an artificially intelligent system enabled, the whole system is there at my home, then that AC is going to sense itself. Okay. It's not just about I'm using my device to switch it on and off and all these are connected on my device. It is now that the devices are smart enough to understand when to work and what to do and how to do. Getting my point? So is this term clear? So these are the basic terms that you should know, and why I'm telling you these terms, because they are going to actually give you an edge whenever we are going to talk about this in management. So many popular firms and many competitive organizations are actually using these to gain a competitive advantage. So I have introduced these terms. Now we are going to use these terms. You will see these terms in the documentaries that I'm going to show you now. Okay. So yes. Hmm. So, no, wherever I told you your senses are connected, you have to relate it more towards virtual reality, right? Because you're getting a real time experience. So that is an application of virtual reality. You are getting a real time experience because that is 75% virtual. Ye- that's why I gave you this formula. How you are going to decide? You can anytime decide yourself. If it is 75% virtual, 25% real, real kya hoga? Some gadgets that are there that are making you have that feel. The pressure that you're creating, there must be some interface that is going to give you the similar amount of pressure. So that is 25% real, 75% virtual. So whenever there is this ratio of 75% virtual and 25% real, that is always going to be virtual reality. So you can just yourself identify now. That's why I gave you this formula. Clear? And this is, why I'm introducing these terms. They are the future. You think that ये तो computer science के topics हैं. Why should we bother about that? But see, this augmented reality, how is it giving an edge to those e-commerce websites that those are implementing it? Because you are getting a clear idea of how things are going to look before buying. So it's giving good experience to customers. And CRM क्या था? Prerequisite है that customers interaction with customers satisfaction, customers feedback, everything is important for any organizations, right? Is that clear to you? So all these technologies are popularly being picked up by the organizations these days, be it e-commerce websites, be it any organization that is depending on the application, they are somewhere or the other using these for getting a competitive advantage. Is this thing clear to you? Are these basic terms clear to you? Now, how are these going to be implemented? That we will see soon. We are going to see the case studies, and that is going to give you more clarity. Okay. Now, let's see. Okay, so here there is a new term. I think it is new for you. Please be quiet. Importance of IT for competitive advantage, becoming an agile company. Here, a term agile is introduced. What is agility in general? Flexibility, moving really fast, rapidly. And if I say that this person is very agile, mobility, yes, mobility, flexibility. Very good. Adaptive. So these are the key points related to any agile model. If you remember, did we discuss agile model when we were doing SDLC? Nobody? We did? Yes. Okay, so you already are familiar with the term agile. So let's not discuss it again. But for all those who are not there, so agility is related to mobility, adaptive. It is adaptive. Like how it is adaptive, whenever there are any changes, you adapt quickly to it. So if I say Huda is very agile, she has an agile personality. So that means that she's very fast, very active, and whenever there are any changes, she doesn't surrender to them. She adapted to them. She, you know, moves with the pace. So it's not that she surrenders to the changing environment. She quickly adapts to the changing environment, adjusts herself accordingly, and survives well, competes fairly well. That is what is agility about. So what agile companies these days are doing, so we have studied about SDLC. So agile companies are not strictly following those, they're not strictly following those phases. Like you have one requirement phase. So it is not that the requirement phase is going to continue. Once the requirements will be freezed, then only another phase is going to start. So what happens in an agile model, that there are no fixed freezed boundaries of different phases, right? Why is it important in today's world? We have agile businesses, we have agile methodology, very popular, gaining popularity these days. So what happens in agile model, that requirements can change anytime by the customer, and an agile methodology says that we should be all the time adaptive to change. Change is inevitable, and anytime any change is requested by customer, then that should be accepted, and we should not waste time in documentations. Like on the contrary, what we did in waterfall model. In waterfall model, we discussed that yes, please be quiet. In waterfall model, we discussed, just a second, battery is low. Yes. So in waterfall model, what we did, uh, in waterfall model, we discussed that once the requirements are freezed, we cannot change the requirements. We go into the design phase. But do you think that's really feasible in today's world, in a rapidly changing environment like we have today? Is it really feasible to have any model like waterfall, where we can just freeze the requirements in the beginning of a project? No, we need agility in our methodologies as well. We need agile companies. So what are agile companies? So agile companies, they heavily rely on internet technologies to manage, integrate and coordinate their business operations, while also providing information processing power necessary to handle a large number of customers individually, right? And it is very flexible to the changing environment and changes. An agile business is very adaptive to the changing environment, and if there is a changing technology, they quickly adapt it, right? Because they have their methodology, they implement all the agile underlying agile methodologies there that focuses on adapting to the change, and quicker and short sprints. Sprints means that deliverables should be continuously there, and shortened faster. Short, the whole project is divided into some small deliverables, and those small deliverables should be there. We call these cycles as sprints, right? So we have many sprints in agile. We have quick discussions, quick team meetings, on the contrary, like what we had in waterfall, where we had to create whole documents like software requirement specification document and SDD, software design documents. So all those documentation and all those rigidity that we had with waterfall is not there in agile. Okay, so let's see what are the four fundamental techniques in order to be agile. First, the corporation must first make sure that clients see goods or services it offers as answers to their particular challenges. And it can therefore set product prices based on how valuable things are as solutions rather than how much it costs to make them. What does it mean? Let's see the overall. Yes, please don't talk. I'm going to now point you out and I'm going to take you out of the class. If you have to talk, please leave the auditorium. Enough. And I'll make sure you don't get attendance. If you're just sitting for attendance, please leave. All right. So what do you understand by the first point? Are you even paying attention? Yes? So we are saying here that the corporations must first make sure that the clients see goods or services it offers as answers to their particular challenges rather than seeing how much it costs to make them. So solution is more important, and they're saying that emphasis should be there on the solution. How is it going to serve the customer rather than on the individual components that are used to achieve that. Then second, an agile business collaborates with its rivals as well as with clients, vendors and other businesses. No matter where resources are located or whose resources they are, this collaboration enables a corporation to bring items to market as quickly and affordably as feasible. Right? So quickly, like we just discussed, we need quicker solutions. Agile helps us in giving quicker solutions. What if you maybe you go to some service provider who gives very wonderful service but never in time? Would you prefer that, or would you prefer somebody who gives almost at par with that service provider but a faster and quicker delivery? The way they say ना कि अब जब भूख ही खत्म हो गई उसके बाद कोई आपको खाना दे उसकी कोई इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं है. इट शुड बी गिवन इन टाइम. ठीक है, सब ऑन टाइम होना जरूरी है. सो एजिलिटी किस लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है? बिकॉज क्विकली एंड टाइमली सब कुछ हो, दैट इज important. So all the items, if they are not brought to the market quickly and even in an affordable manner, then there is no point in bringing that item to the market. Third, an agile business is structured to capitalize on change and unpredictability. I have been laying emphasis on change and unpredictability as well. Unpredictability means that maybe the situation changed suddenly, the market scenario changed suddenly. Now, an agile business, agile company, or the companies that are using agile methodology, they should be quick enough to adapt to that change. They should be quick enough to revise their work, maybe whatever it is. Maybe some fashion designer is launching some product in the market. Their clothing puri line, their clothing chain, they are going to launch in the market. Firstly, if they are not going to, मतलब उन्होंने start किया. If I see अच्छा ये trend है market में and I start designing and I launch it when the trend is already gone, does that make any sense? No. Now secondly, suppose I am launching it in time, but somehow the trend got changed again. Then rather than just sitting and crying over it, I should be able to find some ways to just modify my designs and launch it in the market. So I must be adaptable enough to the changing market situations. In general, every business, every agile business, it must be adaptable to the changing market conditions, to the changing environment, to the change in customer requirement, and to the unpredictability. like pandemic aaya suddenly. Nobody was prepared for that. So if some unpredictable, unprecedented situation comes, then how is the company or how is that particular business going to deal with it? That is also taken care in agile. Okay. Then fourthly, an agile business makes use of the influence and expertise of its people. An agile organization fosters an entrepreneurial culture which offers strong incentives for worker accountability, flexibility, and creativity. Can you relate it? Can you relate it to the Dabbawala's documentary that we see? That every Dabbawala was an entrepreneur in himself. Every individual is, there's no actually defined hierarchy in this when you implement agile methodology. There is no such hierarchy. He is the manager, he's the boss, he's going to give us the commands and all there, and the lead engineer is going to distribute it among the other software engineers, and other engineers are going to listen to the commands of lead engineer. He's going to, it's not like that in agile. Everybody contributes equally. Everybody is at the same level. Though we have one manager also in that, but he doesn't treat others like that they are some way inferior in rank or so to him. So everybody is treated equally. Everybody is treated at the same level in agile. Why? What's the benefit of that? Very obvious. Like if you are working in an organization and you are giving role and responsibility, you're not just treated as an employee, you are treated as a resource, and you are you are given a responsibility that you are yourself responsible in contributing towards the overall growth of a firm. Would you feel more accountable and more responsible, rather than if you are just treated as an employee who is being paid for 8 hours job or 9 hours job, and who is just given some task, and your role is just to do that task? Will you feel that way better, or the earlier way where you are a sort of, I can say, equal contributor to all the decisions that are there? People take ownership in that case, right? So an agile business, that is what we have been discussing from last 10 minutes. So an agile business is a business that is able to quickly adapt to changing requirements, to the change in the customer requirements at any point of time, that is able to deal with unprecedented situations, that is evaluating the market trends on everyday basis, that is evaluating themselves on everyday basis rather than after a considerable amount of time like we do in waterfall and other models, right? That is having, that is in which everybody is an equal contributor, and people have this entrepreneurial approach like we see in the Dabbawalas, and everybody has this sense of ownership like we have discussed. So agile business is a business in which we can say it's the competitiveness increases. Why? Because they are following a methodology called as agile methodology, which is extremely flexible, extremely adaptive to changing requirements, adaptive to the changing market conditions, adaptive to unprecedented situations. It is a continuous process, of course. It is a continuous process. That's why I said every day. It is not that once a decision has been taken, then others are implementing it. They are taking months to implement it. No, everyday reviews are there. The whole methodology is very different from those approaches where we have fixed, divided, and decided phases, and on completion of one phase, we are starting with another phase, and there are no periodic reviews. Daily reviews, rather, I would say. There are no daily evaluations. So it is not there in agile business. Agile business is always very quick. It is known for its quicker response time, quicker deliveries, and customer involvement. Continuous customer involvement is also there. Agile businesses lay a lot of importance to this. that customers are continuously involved with you. And then it depends on application to application, what kind of, because we are talking abstractly, what kind of application is there. On the basis of that, this agile methodology will work. So talking about it abstractly. So you need to remember the agile principles. If you remember the agile principles, then you are going to, you can just set an analogy anytime to any business that you are talking about. So agile principles you should remember. So what are agile principles? We have already been discussing. Is it clear? Agile principles are clear to you? Agile business is clear to you? What are the key roles, key aspects of it? Okay. So importance of IT for competitive advantage. So IT can help a company be an agile competitor with the help of customers and business partners. So here you see type of agility. So customer agility, partnering ability, agility and operational agility. So these are the three ways in which we can define the type of agility and how IT is contributing to that. So if we talk about customers, then we have technologies for building and enhancing virtual customer communications for product design. अब यहाँ पे that virtual reality thing and augmented thing can work, right? That can come into picture. You are designing a product, like you were saying कि कोई अमेरिका में this is just pressing and you can get that impact here. So this is one example. Maybe you just want to give some demonstration of something, or maybe augmented reality का तो हमने ये furniture वाला एक example देखा ही है. So this is going to this is going to show a prototype to the customer. So prototypes always help customers. Without visualizing, it is, the customer is not confident enough to go for anything or go for any product or any deal without having an idea of how is it going to look like. Now it depends. If it is based on an experience, if it is an experience-based product, then until and unless say it is a massage chair, simple. Will you buy it without just testing it and without knowing how it is going to, how it is going to be? Of course not. So point is that augmented reality and virtual reality can really help their role of IT in customer agility. It can really help in getting an idea of what customers' expectations are. It can act as a contract between customers and the providers by making them come on a common platform. They both can come on a common platform. Okay, please, I'll give you the slides. Please put your phones down. I'll give you the slides. Please don't click pictures. I'll give you the slides. Okay. So I have already posted it. That is there. I have already given it to them. They will share the slide with you. So keep your phones away. Concentrate here. Okay, then partnering. Technologies facilitating interim collaboration such as collaborative platforms and portal supply chain systems. Supply chain systems में जैसे Amazon ने बहुत सारी टेक्नोलॉजी इन्वॉल्व करी, स्पेशली RFID का रोल बहुत ज़्यादा है सप्लाई चेन मैनेजमेंट में. हाउ यू आर, we have in supply chain management we have retailers, we have suppliers, we have buyers, बहुत सारी entities involved हैं. How they're interacting with each other in real time, how quick they are in updating, how quickly the manufacturer is getting the real time updates, the whole components in your supply chain management, how well they're coordinating with each other. That is also very much dependent on technology. We'll see in the documentary. That's why I said we'll see these in the documentary that I'm going to show you next. Then we have operational type of agility. So technologies for modularization and integration of business processes. Correct? Next, role of the internet and emerging technologies. There is one such technology we forgot to discuss, that is the blockchain technology. So it is now popular in supply chain management. Yes, what's happening? So blockchain technology is now popular in supply chain management. It is a decentralized and transparent digital ledger that allows multiple parties to securely record and verify transactions. It provides an immutable. What is immutable? All of you are aware? That cannot be changed, right? Immutable and tamper-proof record of information, making it ideal for tracking and tracing goods as they move through the supply chain. So, blockchain technology, how it actually works. ज़्यादातर गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूशंस में यूज होती है फॉर सिक्योरिटी सो दैट कोई हैकिंग ना हो सके, सिक्योर रहे आपका. सो अंडरलाइंग ब्लॉकचेन टेक्नोलॉजी का अंडरलाइंग मैकेनिज्म क्या है? दो, जस्ट फॉर योर इंफॉर्मेशन आई एम टेलिंग यू, डोंट हैव टू इम्प्लीमेंट दैट. सो but you should know how actually it is being done. So your data is in zeros and ones that you are aware of, right? So blockchain technology, what happens, it stores data in the form of a matrix. सारे zeros and ones का आपका matrix बनता है और matrix की form में आपका सारा data store होता है. So it is not very easy to decode it, right? So you don't need to get into the technicalities of how blockchain technology actually gets implemented, but you need to understand the role of blockchain technology and how it avoids hacking and what's the role of blockchain technology in tracking and tracing goods through the supply chain. ठीक है, companies and organizations are leveraging blockchain technology to enhance transparency, efficiency, and accountability in supply chains. For example, Walmart, one of the world's largest retailers, has implemented a blockchain-based system to track the movement of food products from farm to store shelves. By scanning QR codes on product packaging, consumers can access information about the origin of product, its journey through supply chain, and even details about the farmers and suppliers involved. So this technology helps reduce fraud and counterfeiting and the risk of contaminated products. In case of foodborne illness outbreaks or recalls, blockchain allows for faster identification and removal of affected products, protecting public health. Internet plays a crucial role in facilitating the exchange of information within the blockchain network. Nodes across the network communicate and validate transactions, ensuring the integrity of the supply chain data. Additionally, internet-connected devices such as sensors and IoT devices can provide real-time data about factors like temperature, humidity, location, and further enhancing supply chain visibility and efficiency. So now you know how sensors and IoT devices are working here. So that's why I introduced these terms so that you are aware when it comes. So getting my point, we can have all the sensors and IoT devices installed to get the real-time data about all the important factors in the supply chain. So you see how we have completed SCM, but you see how IT can play a very crucial role in supply chain management as well. It can play, it is already playing a crucial role, but you need to be aware of how it is actually being implemented. So this example demonstrates how internet and emerging technologies like blockchain are transforming traditional industries by increasing transparency, streamlining processes, and overpowering consumers with access to reliable information. So let's now have this case study. So this is the overview of a company. We have ABC Manufacturing. It's a medium-sized manufacturing company that produces industrial machinery. Settle down fast. You're already an hour late and you're disturbing the whole class. So ABC Manufacturing is a medium-sized manufacturing company that produces industrial machinery. The company recognized the need to leverage the internet and emerging technologies to enhance its operations, improve efficiency, and stay competitive in the industry. Now, ABC has recognized the need to leverage internet and emerging technologies. It's a manufacturing company. So now I would like you to come up with your ideas. What all this ABC manufacturing company should incorporate? Any few points? Then I'm going to show you I'm going to show you the solution too, but I would like you to just explore a bit and come up with the ideas. Yes, tell me. Yes, please. Can you come here so that everybody can hear you? Please come out. You have one point? Okay, tell me what's your point. What's your good name? What's your name? Ashish is saying that ABC manufacturing can use IoT. How and where? Mm-hmm. They have machines placed along their assembly line. Okay. Okay. Very good. Yes. Right. Wonderful. बहुत ही हाईटेक कर दिया तुमने एबीसी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनी को सीधा. हाँ. Right. So, Ashish mentioned that we can have some robots robots can replace human laborers and they can operate on the machines, and we can uh, totally we can just transform the typical traditional manufacturing company to uh, uh, you can revolutionize that, and you want, huh? Agile organization that is artificially intelligent as well with AIoT. He's saying that we can implement that. So he has already talked about the superset. So nothing left then, right? Hmm? Okay. Business process automation. Yes, please. Anybody, any suggestions? A wonderful suggestion by Ashish. Yes. What's the name? Gurdeep. Yes, please. What's your suggestion? If it is an oxygen plant manufacturing firm, okay, then wonderful, wonderful. So he is taking a scenario where, yes, please, Gurdeep is taking a scenario where there is this ABC is a oxygen manufacturing company. So he is saying we can have some sensors that can be deployed. So those sensors will continuously check for the purity of the oxygen that is there. So a real time check can be there. So if in case there is any problem, that can be immediately reported and action can be taken. Right? Okay, good. Yes, Sudha. अब उन्हें रोबोट्स रखने होंगे तो ऑब्वियसली आउटसोर्स करने ही पड़ेंगे. डेफिनेटली दैट is outsourcing, of course, they'll have to do. Yes, anybody, any other suggestion? Very good. Some of you are actually paying attention, and many of you I can see still talking, and they're just lost in themselves, especially last month. अभी भी पता नहीं चल रहा है. I've pointed them out. I'm saying they're talking and still talking, so engrossed in chit chats. Yes, quickly, one or two more answers, and then we'll move on. See, if you're not going to think, if you're not going to storm your mind, if you're not going to explore, if you're not going to think of the possible options, you will not be able to, what I can say, you will not be able to develop this ability to think and explore more solutions. So you just have to start right now. Start to find out and explore more solutions. Think and think and think. Put it, switch on your thinking cap. Turn on your thinking cap now. Yes, yes. You. What's your name? Couple. Yes, couple. Hmm. And for okay, okay. So the important data, he's talking about cloud computing here, that the important information, important data can be stored on cloud. And if there is any processing, then that can be done using cloud only. So yes, very good. आपने cloud computing use कर लिया, आपने AIoT use कर लिया. ब्लॉकचेन यूज करके आप सिक्योर कोई सिक्योर डेटा को आप सिक्योरली स्टोर करना चाहते हो, सो यू आर एनक्रिप्टिंग इट using your blockchain technology, and then you are storing it on the cloud. That's what couple means to say, right couple? Okay, good. Anybody else? All right, let's see. Very good couple. Gurdeep, Ashish, Huda, and what's your name? Anurag, very good. So IoT, Internet of Things integration, like Ashish had mentioned. So ABC Manufacturing implemented IoT devices across its production lines and machineries. These devices collect real-time data on machine performance, product metrics, production metrics, and maintenance requirements. By connecting all these devices to the internet, decision makers can remotely monitor and analyze the data, enabling proactive maintenance, optimizing production processes, and reducing downtime. Right? So, the real-time data, how is real-time data collected using IoT? Cloud computing for data storage and analytics, what Kapil mentioned. Yes, Kapil, pay attention. Your point is there. So I'm glad that you are able to identify the points that were there. So to handle the large amount of data generated by IoT, Kapil is very happy, very laughing, smiling. It's okay. Good. You gave a good answer. So to handle large amount of data generated by IoT devices, ABC Manufacturing migrated its data storage and analytics to cloud platforms. We have already discussed what a cloud platform is and the importance of cloud platform. You know what is wonderful? It's not just about storing of data on cloud. Cloud also provides you capabilities to process your data. What do I mean by processing here? Big data is big data. Be again a term that we need to discuss. Huh? So anyway, processing capabilities means that you can do some operations. Say in simple words, say suppose you have you want to see the graph, the scale that last month sales kitna tha, abhi kitna tha, kya currently scenario chal raha hai. So you can get that quick picture. You can quickly do some processing work and you can quickly forecast also and see the current scenario. So that capability is also provided by your cloud computing. So cloud platforms can help you store the data and analyze, right? So cloud computing allows the company to store and process massive data sets cost effectively. Will you buy your own cloud or will you take the service? Is that clear to you? We discussed it. Hmm? Why to maintain everything yourself? जब कोई और maintain कर रहा है, we can just simply rent it out. Do remember these points. Decision makers can access the data from anywhere. Cloud पे store है तो you are anywhere in the world. You can just access that data rather than calling your manager क्या चल रहा है भाई, and वो कुछ भी बता सकता है. IoT से सब कनेक्टेड हो गए. सबसे पहले तो मैंने सारे डिवाइसेस को कनेक्ट कर दिया. डिवाइसेस डोंट लाई, दे आर जस्ट सेंडिंग. वो अलग बात है, कुछ माल फंक्शन हो, दैट्स अ सेपरेट थिंग. एंड डिवाइसेस आर जस्ट सेंडिंग ऑल द डेटा to the cloud. From the cloud, you can just analyze the data and you can take any decision that you have to take. And simply, you can monitor, you can get real-time analytics, and this data-driven decision making is also feasible. Okay. So, for instance, by analyzing production data on the cloud, decision makers can identify bottlenecks, optimize workflows, and improve overall manufacturing efficiency. Maybe now you're realizing that there is some problem. Maybe you are realizing that from last 1 week, there is a drop in the performance. Say X amount of units were getting produced, now X minus Y amount of units are being produced. So what has happened? So immediately you will get to know the drop in the performance and you can take a remedial action, right? पता ही नहीं चलेगा या मे बी पता नहीं कितने टाइम बाद पता चलेगा. यहाँ पे you are instantly getting updated. In real time you are getting updated. You can take quick decisions. The downtime can be less. You can significantly reduce it. Okay. Now supply chain management and connectivity. So ABC Manufacturing integrated its supply chain management systems with the internet to enhance connectivity with the suppliers, distributors, and customers. Through online portals and systems, the company can collaborate with the suppliers in real time, track inventory levels, manage orders, and ensure timely delivery. This connectivity streamlines the supply chain, reduces lead time, and improves customer satisfaction. Yes, please be quiet. Why are you roaming around in the class? हाँ बोलो.
मेरा टास्क है स्टाफ से रिलेटेड जो भी इश्यूज आ रहे हैं रिसर्च टीम पार्ट.
अच्छा
तो अभी सभी नई बात नहीं.
अच्छा ओके ओके. सो अच्छा ये सप्लाई चेन मैनेजमेंट एंड कनेक्टिविटी. अब अमेजोन की, चलो आप थोड़े बोर हो रहे हो, आपको एक कहानी सुनाई जाए. अमेजोन की कहानी. हाँ, आई कैन सी अ स्माइल. अमेजोन ने क्या किया, अमेजोन ने कैसे स्टार्ट किया? हाँ, बुक स्टोर. यस, इन द ईयर 2000 1995 और 2009. ओके चलो जो भी था. सो बुक स्टोर पहले अमेजोन ने स्टार्ट किया सिर्फ एक बुक स्टोर की तरह. सिंपल. देन अमेजोन रियलाइज कि चलो यस अब हम एक्सपैंड करते हैं अपना बिजनेस. धीरे धीरे अमेजोन स्टार्टेड टू एक्सपैंड. यस, अब होने क्या लगा, आप सपोज अमेजोन एक पर्टिकुलर लोकेशन से ऑपरेट कर रहा था. ठीक है. अब अमेजोन ने सपोज इंडिया, चाइना, हर कंट्रीज में उसको अपने उसके कस्टमर्स थे. ठीक है. अब होता क्या था कि बीच में एक जो लॉजिस्टिक्स थे, बीच में क्या होता था कि आप अगर इंडिया यूएस से इंडिया भेज रहे हो कोई भी सामान, अब अगर वो डिले हुआ, वो वाया एयर जा रहा है या जैसे भी जा रहा है, अगर उसमें कुछ डिले हुआ, उस पर क्या अमेजोन का कंट्रोल था? वहां से डिले हुआ और लोगों ने, पीपल आर इम्पेशेंट दीस डेज, उन्होंने कहा हमें नहीं चाहिए, अब इतने दिन हो गए, उन्होंने कैंसिल कर दिया. वी डोंट नीड दिस प्रोडक्ट, कैंसिल. फिर अमेजोन को बहुत लॉस होने लगा उस सबसे. अमेजोन को बहुत लॉस होने लगा. और ऑन द कॉन्ट्ररी अमेजोन का जब तक, अब उसका एक बहुत पहले की बात है, तब तक ये इतना ज़्यादा, दीस डेज टेक्नोलॉजी हैज़ रियली एडवांस्ड इटसेल्फ. सो उस टाइम पे क्या था कि मैन्युफैक्चरर को बोला जाता था कि हमें सपोज n नंबर ऑफ यूनिट्स चाहिए और बिक रही थी. अब हमें नहीं पता, इस मंथ तो पूरी की पूरी n बिक गई और अब हमने बोला कि ठीक है भाई अगले महीने भी हमें n नंबर ऑफ यूनिट्स देना, एंड नेक्स्ट मंथ सिर्फ 10 यूनिट्स गई सपोज. तो उससे क्या हो रहा था, एक कम्युनिकेशन गैप आ रहा था। मैन्युफैक्चरर को कितना मैन्युफैक्चर करना है नहीं पता चल रहा था रियल टाइम में। उसको इंफॉर्मेशन दी जाती थी पूरे कंसिडरेबल टाइम के लिए, उतने टाइम तक वो मैन्युफैक्चर करता रहता था और उससे क्या होने लगा, बहुत सारा स्टॉक बनने लगा जो कि वेस्ट भी होने लगा। दूसरा जो प्रॉब्लम आने लगी वो ट्रांसपोर्टेशन में आने लगी। सप्लायर, बायर, मैन्युफैक्चरर सबके बीच में कम्युनिकेशन गैप था। वो गैप क्यों था? रियल टाइम में कुछ भी अपडेट नहीं हो रहा था। रियल टाइम में कुछ भी अपडेट नहीं हो रहा था। बहुत वेस्टेज हो रही थी रिसोर्स, बहुत ज्यादा रिसोर्सेज नहीं, आई वुड से बहुत ज्यादा इन जनरल वेस्टेज हो रही थी। स्पेशली जब आपके हाथ में ट्रांसपोर्टेशन ही नहीं है तो उस टाइम में अनप्रिडिक्टेबल है। आप, इट्स नॉट इन योर कंट्रोल, यू कैन नॉट इवन टेल कि आप प्राइम डिलीवरी एक दिन में कर दोगे या नहीं कर दोगे, आप नहीं बता सकते। आपको खुद ही नहीं पता डिलीवरी कब होगी, बिकॉज दैट इज बीइंग डेल्ट बाय थर्ड पार्टी। तो अमेजोन ने क्या सोचा, तो अमेजोन ने सबसे ज्यादा आइडियाज निकाले हैं वॉलमार्ट के बाद, आई वुड से। तो अमेजोन ने सोचा व्हाई नॉट जस्ट रिमूव दिस बॉटल नेक और मैं खुद ही ट्रांसपोर्टेशन भी मैनेज कर लूं। लॉजिस्टिक्स पे उसने ध्यान दिया, क्यों ना मैं अब ट्रांसपोर्टेशन को भी अपने कंट्रोल में ले लूं, क्यों ना मैं मैन्युफैक्चरर को रियल टाइम इंफॉर्मेशन दूं, क्यों ना सब लोग जितने भी हमारी पूरी सप्लाई चेन में है, क्यों ना सारे के सारे एक कोहेरेंटली कनेक्ट हो जाएं वाया सम नेटवर्क, क्यों ना सारा कंट्रोल अपने पास लिया जाए। ठीक है, तो ऐसे अमेजोन ने सोचा और अमेजोन ने सोच के खुद की, अब उसकी अपनी जेट्स हैं, अपने प्लेन्स हैं जिनसे वो सारा सामान कर रहा है ट्रांसफर। फिर क्लाउड, अब अमेजोन वहां पे भी नहीं रुका, अपना क्लाउड पे, तो क्लाउड प्लेटफॉर्म को तो उसने यूज किया ही, वो तो और सर्विसेज भी दे रहा है अमेजोन वेब सर्विसेज को यूज करके कि सब भी यूज करो। अमेजोन प्राइम भी आ गया है। अमेजोन इज नॉट स्टॉपिंग जस्ट टू द बुक स्टोर, so it's very beautiful to see how Amazon has evolved itself. Right decision at the right time is very important. Having a futuristic approach is very important. So if you are perfect at your work, ना मैंने बहुतों को सुना है, हम बहुत अच्छा करते हैं, हम बड़े ऑनेस्ट है अपने काम से, हमें एक दिन सक्सेस जरूर मिलेगी, बस अपना ईमानदारी से काम करो और सक्सेस मिलेगी। इट्स नॉट जस्ट लाइक दैट। In this era of fast-paced world where internet technology has its, it has spread its claws all over the world and competition is too high. Just if you think ईमानदारी से काम करके, अच्छा काम करके आपका काम चलेगा, नहीं चलेगा, and especially management students should not think from that perspective. You need something extra. What is that something extra? Innovation, futuristic approach, right use of right kind of technology at the right time is important. Smart work, not just hard work. Hard work is also important. Hard work always pays you off. But no, you cannot just say, I'm being very honest to my work and I'll get success. It's not just like that. We are not in that era where only hard workers will play. So you have to be smart enough to use the right kind of technology at the right time. And RFID भी यूज करना शुरू किया, फिर शिप्स वगैरह से भी अमेजोन ने अपना सारा ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, चाहे वो शिप्स हो, और वहां पे भी उसने फिर RFID भी बहुत जल्दी इंट्रोड्यूस किया था, बहुत जल्दी यूज करना शुरू कर दिया था, सब कुछ ऑटोमेट कर दिया था सबसे पहले। तभी इट्स वन ऑफ द लीडिंग वंस। लीडिंग है या नहीं? ठीक है, आ जाए वापस अमेजोन की कहानी। अब तो बहुत लंबी कहानी है, बट लेट्स कम टू द पॉइंट दैट आकाश हैज मेंशन्ड, robotics, right? That's what you mentioned, advanced robotics and automation. ABC Manufacturing adopted advanced robotics and automation technologies to improve production efficiency and quality. Robots equipped with sensors and AI algorithms. So what are AI algorithms? So see, I'll tell you something. IoT में what do you understand by IoT? IoT is like connection of certain physical things. Sensor से interconnectivity है आपकी, network है, सारी आपने devices को connect कर दिया. That is your IoT. But using AI algorithms, we are able to analyze the data that we receive from all those objects. We are able to form patterns from the data that we receive from the objects that are connected via IoT. And predictive analysis जो हम कर सकते हैं वो हम AI algorithms के through कर सकते हैं. So IoT is not able to itself, it is just giving you the data, real time data. It is uploading it, processing आप कर सकते हो basic. But forecasting and predictive analysis, for that you use artificial intelligence algorithms. Is that clear? So for forecasting and prediction, that is not a part of IoT, that is a part of AIoT. Or I can say artificial intelligence algorithms help you do that. So I hope you are understanding each of these points now. Right? So robots equipped with sensors and AI algorithms perform repetitive tasks with high precision and speed. Just like Akash quickly mentioned, that precision will increase, speed will increase, right? So replacing humans, though economics people will have a good debate on this, but replacing humans with robots is going to give a better result. So these technologies reduce human errors, increase production throughput, enhance overall product quality. Decision makers leverage real-time data from these systems to monitor production lines, identify issues, and optimize robot performance. So these are the points that you people have already picked up. I'm really happy about it. Now how virtual reality and augmented reality will come into picture. So to enhance training, maintenance and design processes, ABC implemented VR and AR technologies. VR simulators allow employees to practice complex tasks and procedures in a virtual environment. आपने देखा होगा ना ड्राइविंग भी सीखने के लिए एक पहले वो virtual environment की you can drive or not. पायलट्स के लिए भी स्पेशली सीधा प्लेन नहीं पकड़ा दे मतलब यू कैन नॉट टेक अ रिस्क ना कि किसी ने सीधा एविएशन इंडस्ट्री में कोई पायलट बनना चाहता है तो उसको सिखा दिया बेसिक और बोला ले जाओ प्लेन उड़ाओ कैन यू टेक दैट रिस्क ऑफ सिटिंग इन दैट प्लेन नोबडी विल सो कुछ तो होता होगा पहले उनको एक वर्चुअल एक्सपीरियंस दिया जाता होगा समवॉट सिमिलर टू सिमुलेशन आपने एक मूवी भी आई थी वो सिमुलेट किया जाता है सिमिलर इन्वायरमेंट देयर वाज दिस मूवी आल्सो ना जिसमें वो अजय देवगन की 24 hours I forgot the name of the movie I'm very bad with names so उसमें आपने देखा होगा कि कैसे वो एक उसको सिमुलेट करके he was asked to achieve a certain objective कि जैसे लैंडिंग है तो वो सिमुलेट करते थे उसको तो he used to do the landing take off everything so it used to seem like a बिल्कुल real experience but it was actually implemented via virtual reality and augmented reality combination both. So virtual reality simulator जो होता है it was a virtual reality simulator only. So it allow employees to practice complex tasks and procedures in a virtual environment, improving their skills and reducing training time. So augmented reality overlays digital information into real-world objects, aiding maintenance technicians and identifying issues and providing step-by-step instructions. So these technologies improve operational efficiency, reduce errors and enhance employee productivity. Basically आप training दे रहे हो. Training that mimics the real life environment. Okay. E-commerce and online customer engagement. Recognizing the importance of digital channels, ABC launched an e-commerce platform to sell spare parts and accessories. The platform provides customers with easy access to product information, availability and ordering capabilities. Additionally, the company utilizes social media and online communities to engage with customers, gather feedback, enhance customer relationships, This digital presence expands market reach, increases sales opportunities, and improves customer satisfaction. Is this thing clear to you? Overall, the integration of internet and emerging technologies has transformed ABC manufacturing's operation. The implementation of IoT, cloud computing, robotics, virtual reality and augmented reality and e-commerce has improved production efficiency, data analytics capabilities, supply chain management, customer engagement and employee training. Isn't it wonderful? So many things you are achieving now these days. So these technologies have enabled data-driven decision making, streamlined processes, reduced costs, and enhanced overall competitiveness in the manufacturing industry. So ABC Manufacturing's proactive approach. What is proactive approach? One is reactive, one is proactive. Reactive, when you think that something has already happened and now you're reacting to it. Proactive, that you're forecasting that something can happen and you are taking a proactive approach. ओके आग लग गई, आग बुझाने जा रहे हो, रिएक्टिव अप्रोच, पहले से एंटिसिपेट की आग लग सकती है एंड यू आर टेकिंग मेजर्स की आग लगेगी ना, दैट्स अ प्रोएक्टिव अप्रोच. दैट क्लियर? So proactive approach, ABC took a proactive approach adopting emerging technologies. These are all emerging technologies, right? It is adopting emerging technologies that has positioned the company as an industry leader, driving innovation and growth. So how was it? So now do you understand the role of emerging technologies in any business, how we can relate to it? Okay? Very happy? Anurag? Okay. So next, understanding impact of IT on decision making. Data availability and accessibility, improve decision making speed. These are very obvious points, so I'm scrolling faster. Is that okay? Okay. Scenario modeling and simulation using VR and AR, competitive advantage. How you can get competitive advantage? By enabling them to gather, analyze, and leverage data more effectively than the competitors, using IT tools strategically to gain insights into market trends, customer preferences, competitor strategies, and even managing customers, interacting with customers, and enabling them to make more informed and proactive decisions. Okay. Risk management. IT systems support decision making in risk management by providing real time monitoring. जैसे अभी हमने पिछले एग्जाम्पल में किया था, if there is a downtime, so we can just have a control by getting a quicker idea of the failure in the system. So if we are getting the real time data, if we are getting the real time information, then the probability of the downtime or things going wrong in the wrong direction, or maybe on the negative side, that can be quickly identified and quickly dealt with. So overall, IT has revolutionized decision making by improving data availability, accuracy, speed, collaboration, and risk management. So organizations that effectively harness IT capabilities can make more informed, data-driven decisions, gain a competitive edge, and achieve better outcomes. However, it is essential to balance the reliance of IT with human judgment and expertise to ensure that the decision align with organizational goals and values. मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि रोबोट की जरूरत नहीं है, जबरदस्ती सारे ह्यूमंस को हटा के रोबोट्स लगा दिए. ऐसे भी नहीं करना है कि हमें तो आईटी को इंक्लूड करना ही है. We need to get a competitive advantage over others, so we are going to incorporate all the latest emerging technologies in our business, and we are going to use each and every technology that is not even required. Okay. Robots are dumb machines, but sometimes if there is a repetitive task that can be done, so for that robots serve a good purpose. So it again depends on the application, right? If you just need some mechanical work to be repeatedly, where precision is more important and there is no innovation, no intelligence required, then robots can really do serve the purpose. And where there are danger to threats to life, maybe, or like Akash clearly mentioned that where the places where there are inhumane conditions or not really good conditions for humans to work, maybe some chemical industry where there are a lot of chemicals involved, a lot of gases involved which are not good for humans. So there also we can replace robots. Huh? Yes. अभी तो बताया, couple also said you are busy roaming around so you miss on certain points na. So we use blockchain technology for that, for the security of our data. Okay. All right. Now we have another case study. Impact. We are again understanding impact of IT on decision making. So company XYZ is a retail company. It's a large multinational retail company with operations in multiple companies. Okay, the company sells a wide range of products through its physical stores and an e-commerce platform. Okay, so e-commerce platform भी है, physical stores भी हैं. To stay competitive in the rapidly changing retail industry, XYZ Retail has invested heavily in information technology systems and solutions. So, tell me what all can be incorporated like we did in the previous case study, but relevant one. सब कुछ robot वगैरह सब कुछ use मत कर लेना, जितना required है उतना use करना, हाँ. So, let's see now who is able to come up with a. Do you want it to be a group approach? Let's see. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 groups. Let's see which group you can discuss. I'm giving you 5 minutes time. You can discuss among yourself and you can just have key points. Let's see which group is going to come up with the best point. पूरी strategy. See, retail company है तो इसको ideally if you want to suggest, एक बहुत अच्छा, ये भी एक प्रोफेशन है, सजेशन देना किसी भी फर्म को वो क्या कर सकते हैं टू इम्प्रूव themselves. नहीं अभी नहीं ना, don't give ideas to others. So let's see. I want an answer from each column. One from each column, one representative. I need 4 answers. One from this side, one from this side, and 4 people will come. That side. Who will come? You all can discuss. You are free to discuss amongst yourselves. Let's see A, B, C, D. Which team is going to win now? I repeat the question. This is the case study. You have to tell me the points, the important points, how this XYZ retail company can use IT enabled services to get a competitive advantage over the other competitors. क्या करना चाहिए? Suppose आपकी एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, आप सलाह देते हो, किसी का बिजनेस डूब रहा है, नहीं चल रहा है, आप ज्ञान देते हो एक्सपर्ट की तरह, क्या करना चाहिए? मैनेजमेंट कर रहे हो भाई, दैट्स व्हाट इज योर रोल. आइडेंटिफाई करना, व्हाट आर द ग्रे एरियाज, टू गिव गुड सजेशन, राइट? सो आई एम गिविंग यू 5 minutes. You are allowed to talk and discuss amongst yourself, and one of you will come. 4 लोग मुझे यहाँ चाहिए, one from each column, and let's see which team is going to win. Okay? Your award and reward will be disclosed later. ये एक्सक्यूज मी, ये लाइव किधर आ रहा होता है? हाँ नहीं यही ना, इधर नहीं दिख रहा. देखो ना क्लास लाइव तो कहीं मुझे नजर आ नहीं रही. मैं बच्चों को पूछती हूँ, खुदा को पता होगा. चल तो रहा बात. Anurag, can just come once. Yes, quickly. Team B is actively working. Yes, I want to know that live class कहाँ से join करते हैं? कहाँ से दिख रही है? मुझे तो नहीं नजर आ रही ना.
अभी ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं.
मुझे join नहीं करना. I just wanted to see वैसे in general कहाँ से होता है? कहाँ पे नजर आता है? वो सिर्फ students को नजर आता है?
वन सेकंड. तो एक सेकंड आना. हम एक्सेसिबल सबको है, नॉट स्टूडेंट्स.
I'm not able to see ना, so.
ऊपर आना. मैम पूछ रही हूँ कि लाइव क्लासेस का जो एक्सेस है इधर से है.
No, 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 no. Masters of Business Administration
करना खोल
नाम
दो.
है channel का.
Yes, team B is actively working. I can see team A. Yes, discuss amongst yourself. I want one representative from each team. Team D. You are allowed to discuss among yourself, and this is going to give you an opportunity to talk to your classmates. Okay, thank you. Yes, team B, team A is also active now. Team D, you're going to lose this way. Quickly discuss amongst yourself, and this will let me know that who was paying attention. Now see. Now see. Now see, I've sent you the link. Oh, I forgot. All right, so I repeat the question that we have been studying about role of IT and emerging technologies in giving a competitive advantage or an edge to the businesses. So this is an exam. This is a case study. We have a company XYZ Retail. It's a multinational retail company. I want you to tell me that how you can use the techniques and technologies we have just discussed so that XYZ has already invested heavily in IT. So you can just suggest that how XYZ can invest in which technologies. It has already invested, but you assume it has to make a decision and how and where it needs to adopt which technology, that you need to tell me. That is what is the question. So I gave you 5 minutes time. Now the time is almost over. I want one representative from each team. So team A, team B. You are team A. Okay, team B. Okay, very good. Team C, please come here. Just come here. Yes, team C. You can come this side.
Ma'am, I will speak in Hindi. That's okay.
That's okay. You can speak in Hindi or English. That doesn't matter. Yes, team C. Anurag, come. Yes, come from that side. And team D. I want a representative from team D as well. Team D? Nobody from Team D? Why? Very good. That's good. Great. See, you should take initiatives, and especially this is expected from management students that you shouldn't be shy enough to not speak up. Okay, so one by one, I'm going to give you mic. You are going to tell us, and you have to convince the audience as well that why you are going to use any technology. So you need not forcibly introduce any technology that is not required. That is going to deduct the marks. So I'm going to note that I'm just going to give you points. Okay, so we'll start with Team A. Please just introduce yourself, just your name, and then you can tell.
Hi guys, my name is Mohit. So guys, जो मुझे लग रहा है कि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम RFID यूज कर सकते हैं. जैसे कि आपने डिकैथलॉन स्टोर्स पे भी देखा होगा कि एवरी टाइम वी परचेज समथिंग और हम बास्केट में डालते हैं, तो RFID टेक्नोलॉजी वहाँ इंट्रोड्यूस होती है. क्योंकि यहाँ पे रिटेल स्टोर्स की बात हो जा रही है, फिजिकल स्टोर्स इन्वॉल्व है, तो हम जरूर RFID टेक्नोलॉजी के बारे में बात कर सकते हैं. सेकेंडली, क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग भी यहाँ पे इंट्रोड्यूस हो सकती है. जैसे मान लो हम एक एप्लीकेशन, मान लो हम फ्लिपकार्ट पे ही कुछ परचेज कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, और अगर हम उस पर रजिस्टर्ड यूजर होते हैं, अगर हम कुछ पर्टिकुलर आइटम सर्च भी करते हैं, तो एवरी टाइम भी सर्च, जो भी हमारा सर्च रिजल्ट है उसके बेसिस पे उनके डेटाबेस में जाता है और वहाँ से कुछ नोटिफिकेशंस रिलीज होते हैं. तो दैट वे आई गेस क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग कैन आल्सो वर्क.
Good. Good. ठीक है. Thank you.
Greetings everyone, Pratik Kapoor this side from MBAFT. Actually, my team's suggestion is to use firstly digital marketing presence should be highly effective in the terms of company, and also we can use BPO and KPO processes, business process re-engineering. Like we can re-engineer our existing process. How we can make it effective? Like we can enable the chatbot in our system, which can easily guide the customers to make their requirements or complaints, which can be reached to the management easily, and we can enhance our complaint system and admin system effectively. Also, the last point we can add is customer requirement. As we can see, the customer is the king of the market. और कस्टमर के अकॉर्डिंगली हमें अपने आप को एडेप्टिव चेंजेस लाने पड़ते हैं. तो जब तक कस्टमर अपनी रिक्वायरमेंट चेंज करेगा, हमें उसके अकॉर्डिंगली अप टू डेट होना पड़ेगा, और यही चीजें हमें आईटी हेल्प करेगी. थैंक यू.
You can have a seat. Better. Better. Team C. Yes.
Hi guys, I'm Anurag. So मेरा जो सजेशन है रीटेल को लेके ऑनलाइन वाला, वहाँ पे इसकी so basically लेते हैं सामान ऑनलाइन, so we search. So if we deploy professionals who are well equipped with search engine optimization, so you will have a competitive edge amongst all your partners. आपका जो भी प्रोडक्ट है या वेबसाइट है वो पहले आएगा, बस सर्चेस पे आ जाएगा. ये एक सजेशन है. सेकंड, कस्टमर फीडबैक एंड एंगेजमेंट बढ़ाने के लिए can introduce subscriptions or reward systems. Taaki people are always interested in our products and give us a competitive edge as compared to the other ones. And several other types of banks, जैसे Amazon में credit card होता है या pay up systems. ये मेरा कुछ suggestion है. Thank you.
Very good.
Hello everyone, Prabhat this side. So I have two recommendations for the company. First is the user profile creation. This profile creation will help them understand what is currently our customer is buying and what he will be buying in the future. This will help us analyze that what can be recommended to him, and it can also help us at the backend side where it will analyze what is the actual inventory that is required. So you are having twice the profit by just having a user profile creation of their retail store. Second thing is implementing a blockchain technology through which we actually understand that from where the product is coming from, and we understand that it is original or not, which is a growing concern as part of the current world. So it will help us solve both the overall problems. Thank you.
You can have a seat. Wonderful. That's really great. So you are really working on CRM. How about other aspects? You just missed on that. Just a second, I noted down the points. I'm just going to open those. Where did I store it? Yes. All right. So Team A talked about RFID. It's a retail company. Yes, RFID can be used. Cloud computing. Cloud they will have to use because it's an e-commerce platform. And we have mentioned that it is operational in multiple countries, right? So considering that point, cloud computing, cloud platform is going to actually play a key role here. Why? Because if we are going to analyze and see the data, real-time data across the world at that particular point of time only, at a given time, if we want to monitor, analyze, and see the all the status across the world in multiple nations, and for that cloud computing is required, like we have already discussed. So team A, very good. Team B said digital marketing. Team B talked about re-engineering, chatbots. So working really well on working very well on customer relations, and CRM is playing a good role. And again, very good. And chatbots are good example, so that you if you have multiple requests, like if you are a very big firm and you're operational in multiple countries, so yes, chatbots in different languages, right, can really help you and boost the initial response time. So it is going to boost the response time that customers are getting from the retail company, from the company, right, which is really advantageous. Okay, so do you like to, I mean this is really annoying now. If you have a query and the company is not responded, the retail company is not responding to your queries, or maybe you're getting a delay of a day or two to get response. So you have seen that it is already being implemented, that we have chatbots that try to answer us, and if we still are not satisfied with their answers, then only they connect us to some human customer service agent, right? So very good, team B. Team C says in optimization, search engine optimization. Very good. Search engine optimization. What actually happens in search engine optimization is that it gives us uh, it gives you an advantage, that it is showing you your search results based, it is going to create a profile on the basis of the searches that you are going to do. So if you are going to if the company is going to work on their search engine, how is their search engine working, and how well the results are being shown to you based on your particular search, then of course that is going to give the company an advantage. Customer feedback, again the same point. Customer feedback is important, be it using chatbots and be it using other ways. So that is going to play a critical role. But here he mentions about discounts, the tie-ups with banks. So then if you are going to pay with ICICI credit card, you are going to get this percent discounts. So this is also important here, that you are thinking about giving more advantages to the customer by giving him more discounts and offers. So this is very important, especially if it is a retail company. This point wasn't covered by team A and B, right? So this is I would say I'm going to lay huge emphasis to this point. Team D. Team D talked about blockchain. Yes, very important, very good. What we have been discussing, he picked up the point from that. And user profile, and from that user profile is created. If you log into any e-commerce site, so you can do guest login as well. But generally, they encourage you to add your details. Why they add your details? Because they want to create your profile. Why they want to create your profile? So they can show you, based on your search results, they can associate a profile with you, and they can show you relevant products as per your profile. Okay, and he also, team D also mentioned about the analytics. Like we have talked about, this is the market basket analysis. So, and what happens in market basket analysis? Say, suppose you are buying similar certain kind of products. Say you are into photography and you're buying lenses, cameras, and covers, camera covers, and similar kind of products. So, Amazon will create your profile. Amazon or any company, and such company like Amazon generally does that. It creates a very wonderful, it does this analytics really well. It creates a profile of the user and it shows you relevant products similar to that product. So even if sometimes it happens that you haven't even imagined that this type of product also exists, and it shows you based on your profile. So you get to even know about more similar products that are there in the market. So it gives you a better customer experience, and you're more intrigued to buy all the products that are, like it says, na, items that were bought together. You may also like all those titles that you see on the e-commerce platforms. They are there to, how are they actually knowing that? They are not just sitting manually and working on the profile of each and every person. So there is some underlying technology that is there, that is doing all this market basket analysis, that is creating the profile, that is forecasting what you are going to buy, that is doing predictive analysis. So how is this predictive analysis done? Using some algorithm. So this is what team D talked about. So this is really wonderful, very good. So I'm giving, all of you did really well, though with little, I cannot say that Team C had a very unique point. All of you had very unique points. So giving equal marks to all of you. Wonderful. You did a really good job. You all can go. And what is really interesting is that all of you has actually implemented what we had discussed today, all the emerging technologies that we discussed, how wonderfully all these four of you, how wonderfully you have understood that, and how wonderfully you have connected it to the retail industry, and how wonderfully you have explained it. So I'm really happy that you have got a very good understanding of the emerging technologies and how the technology can help you serve better. But one more suggestion. Yes, please be quiet. One more suggestion. Yeah, okay. But one more suggestion, whenever we have these kind of case studies, I would like you all to cover all the aspects. Most of you were only focusing on the customer relationship management, right? Just a feedback, yes, for all the teams. Most of you were working only on the customer relationship part. Nobody focused on the supply chain management part, how that can be. Now, one of you did. So you have to uniformly focus on all the areas. Yes, please be seated. I'll take 5 more minutes. That's not the way that you start to leave. The time is up. You can just wait for 5 more minutes. All right. So this is the feedback for you all, that you have to think from. You have to connect to the previous topics also. No? In the previous unit, we have discussed about SEM, ERP, CRM. You have to now connect this unit with that whatever content we are studying here right now. You have to connect it to what you have understood in the previous units. And from that point of view, you just have to pick it. Like from the supply chain management, these are the points that we are going to implement. From CRM point of view, this is how we can work. From customers' point of view, how you can use the technology. From suppliers' point of view, from manufacturers' point of view. So you just have to get down the granularity level, and you have to show the impact of technology in all the spheres. Is that clear to you? So we will continue next time from this slide number 22. We have 65 to 70 slides in this. So it's a long topic. Okay. And thank you so much. And really wonderful. Appreciate that you have been a kind and keen audience. Okay. See you soon.